My name. Each individual red panda has very distinct face markings, so that's one of the ways you can tell the two apart. Li Ming has very soft eyebrows, which are those little white markings. They're not true eyebrows, but that's what I like to call them. And then Take, if he comes down later, he has very distinct white, sharp, kind of angry-looking eyebrows. For me personally, the easier way to tell them apart would probably be their tails. Li Ming has a very, very fluffy, large tail, and Take has a slightly smaller, thinned out tail. In a typical day, you can see these guys most active between 9 to 10 a.m. and then around 2 to 3 p.m. So they are crepuscular, which means that they are just active at dusk and dawn. Red pandas mark their territory with urine and secretions from their glands, but they also have glands on their feet pads too. Red pandas share were actually the original pandas, and they were first described in 1821, about 48 years before the giant pandas were found. And there is a lot of debate over the years over their classification because they share similar characteristics to bears and raccoons, both the red pandas and the giant pandas, but they are not raccoons or bears, and they're very, very distantly related to both and each other. They are in their very own classification, Luridae. They are considered to be in the carnivore family as well, but 90% of their diet consists of bamboo. They do have those sharp claws and some fairly sharp teeth too, so you always have to make sure to be careful around them. Both red pandas and the giant pandas serve as great ambassador animals for their species, which are located in Asia from Nepal to Southeast China. And in the last 100 years, the wild population has dropped by about 50%. And it is continuing on that downward trend. And red pandas are in trouble due to poaching for their meat and their fur, as well as habitat deforestation. If you guys are just joining us, we are here at the Houston Zoo Red Panda exhibit with our lovely Ming. She is our 13-year-old female red panda. In the background, you might be able to catch a glimpse of Také. He is very tired. They're crepuscular, so they're mostly only active at dusk and dawn, so he's taking his nap up there. So you might wonder, how did they camouflage with such bright red and black fur? That's actually very good camouflage for their particular area and their range. There's like a type of reddish brown moss and white lichen that grows on the trees in their range in China. And so that's actually really, really good camouflage for them. These guys can live to be about 23 years old. They are arboreal, and they will make den nests in the cavities of trees. The babies are born fully furred, and that allows them to stay nice and warm in the cool climate. And then the bottom of their feet are also completely covered in fur and allows them to walk on the snowy cabins. So because they have these fully furred paws, they actually make some incredible paintings, which you can purchase a virtual painting experience with us here at the Houston Zoo. And you can find more information on that on the Houston Zoo's website. So Serena asked if they like pumpkins. So it's not typically something that they would eat. Také, although, really likes different sensory enrichment, so things in his environment. He loves to smell things. So he was very curious about it when it first came into his exhibit, but they did not try to eat it. They prefer fruits and bamboo. That's the majority of their diets. So you can see Li Ming is grabbing that piece of fruit. So that is a modified wrist joint. It does look like a thumb, but it is not a true thumb. That modified wrist joint also allows them to climb down head first from trees. And they also, I believe, share that characteristic with the giant pandas. Along with excellent eyesight, smell, and hearing, the red pandas also have long white whiskers, and that just allows them, and also a pretty pronounced snout, and that allows them to move through dense foliages in their territory and areas, and because it's generally pretty dark when they're active in hunting. They also, similar to the skunk, can secrete a scent to kind of protect them from predators and kind of scare them off. Speaking of scares, here at the Houston Zoo, we are holding our Zoo Boo, which is presented by LyondellBasell. And it is happening now until October 31st. So make sure you guys get your tickets. And all the proceeds and all the tickets that when you come to the Houston Zoo goes to protecting animals just like Li Ming and Také and some of our other animals here at the Houston Zoo in the wild. Like I was saying earlier, these guys are completely furred when they are born, including their paws. This allows them to step onto snowy floors and things like that and protects them and keeps them warm. Their tail also will curl around towards their face to protect their face while they're sleeping up in the trees as well. If you want to get a glimpse of their cute paws, we do offer paintings that can be found on our website, and we also offer a virtual painting experience where you get to actually watch Miss Li Ming create a masterpiece for you, and you get to talk with the red panda keepers and ask them all your questions. The red pandas love doing this. Ming especially is super food motivated, so as long as she's getting treats, she will do whatever you ask. So if you guys have any questions, make sure to ask us while we're here. If I can't answer it, I am sure Natalie will help me out. If you guys are wondering what we are feeding them, we have a variety of fruits. We have apple, pear, and blueberries. Those are their favorites. We also feed them a leaf eater biscuit, which is a combination of different items that they would need, and it contains all the nutrients they need. It also contains some bamboo, which is about 90% of their diet. The bamboo planted here on exhibit is planted by our horticulture team, our amazing horticulture team. They do a great job feeding our animals on a daily basis. So all of this is fresh daily for them. Take is a particularly picky eater, so he only likes a certain kind of bamboo. He prefers the yellow stalk with green stripes on them. I believe it's the more younger one, more juvenile plant, so he prefers that. Ming, like I said, is super food motivated, so she will eat anything she can find. Thanks for joining us today, and tune in again next Wednesday at 11 a.m. for our next Facebook Live. And from all of us here at the Houston Zoo, thank you guys for joining us.